Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about money. They focus on making money fast. What's the best business idea? How can I make money the easiest, the best way possible? But the more you chase money, the more money runs away from you. You cannot make money by chasing money. So what should you do? You should focus on creating value. You see, this simple mindset that people are constantly chasing money and looking for the best business idea and looking for the best way to make money is the reason why they are broke. Is the reason why they die broke, they live broke, and they are born broke. Money simply comes from creating value. The more value you can provide, the more money you can make. And this simple mindset made me make thousands of dollars and kind of rich in terms of my age and in terms of the country I'm in. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Abhishek. I run a content marketing business and I'm 20 years old and I've made thousands and thousands of dollars, and still to this day I make thousands and thousands of dollars every single week from my home, from a third world country like Nepal. And I work with millionaires online, so I know a lot about money and I have experienced a lot about money. So if you are new here, you are very welcomed, and without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. One time I was in a call with one of my clients that I work with, and he has made millions and millions of dollars with multiple businesses, and he was doing podcasts all around America, and he was losing a lot of money doing it, and he was not really making a lot of money out of it. So I asked him, hey, why are you doing all of these podcasts for free and you are not even getting paid, and there's no guarantee of you getting paid out of it, and you are literally not getting anything out of it? And he told me that he is focused on creating as much value as possible. And he said that if he provides enough value to the market is going to reward him with money, even if he doesn't really need money. So that thing kind of stuck in my head for a few days, and I was thinking about it. And I analyzed the people around me, and especially people who are struggling financially. And one thing I found out is that they are focused on money the wrong way. They are just focusing on the money. They are just focusing on the numbers, and they're just focusing on if I do this business, I'm going to make this much money. If I do this, then I'm going to do this much money, instead of focusing on how much value they can provide, help they can offer to people, what service they can provide to people, how they can make people's lives easier. They are focusing on the money. They are focusing on the paper. And no wonder they end up, in betting sites and in gambling sites and in this nonsense trading scams and crypto scams and all of this nonsense that's out there in the internet that says, okay, do this and make money fast and put your money in here, $1 in here, I'm gonna make it $10, and no wonder they get scammed. But when you focus on creating real value to the market, and when you focus on building something real, when you focus on becoming as useful as possible, when you focus on becoming needed by the market simply pays for your usefulness. So here's how rich people and poor people think. Poor people think, how can they make money from this? But rich people think, how can they be more valuable? How can they be more useful? How can they provide as much resource as possible? And money is just a byproduct of the value that you provide, and it's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is skills, impact, results, solutions, and making people's lives easier. And trust me, the market does not reward effort. Doesn't matter how hard you work, doesn't matter whatever you do. If you are not providing real value to the market, it's not going to reward you. But if you focus on being value, if you focus on delivering value, then the market will absolutely reward you. So I'm going to give you a couple examples so that you can apply this wisdom in the real world. Let's say there are two plumbers. One plumber is average and the other plumber responds fast, is more reliable, explains things clearly, and solves problems long term. Who do you think is going to get paid more? Who do you think is going to make more money? Who do you think is going to be more successful at the end of the day? Obviously the more valuable one. And giving another example, let's say there are two barbers. One barber just cuts hair, but another barber builds a brand, understands hairstyles and all these fancy things that's related to getting haircuts and stuff. Makes clients feel like they are confident and makes clients feel like they are part of a family, and creates an experience for the clients. The same job title, the same everything, but completely different income, completely different results, and completely different levels of success. And why is that? It's purely because of the value both are providing. And giving you a final example, in a restaurant, there is a chef and there is a waiter. Both are kind of doing the same job. I will even say that the waiter works harder than the chef. And both are employees, but the chef makes way more money than the waiter. And why is that? It's because anyone can come and become a waiter. And why is that? It's because the chef has a harder skill to replace, and he creates the core value of business. And trust me, that income follows difficulty plus value, not just effort. And you know what? Most people are stuck financially because they don't want to become valuable. They don't focus on providing value. They don't focus on creating an impact. And they are just focused on money. If someone will pay them any money to do a job, then they are going to do it, thinking, I'm going to get rich out of this. If someone is going to say, okay, put this much amount of money every single month in this SOP or SIP or whatever this stock investments are, they're going to be doing that thinking in 40 years they're going to get rich and they're going to be millionaires in 40 years. And people just avoid learning the hard skills, and they just avoid improving themselves constantly, and they just avoid taking responsibilities. And they want the reward without becoming the person that deserves to get the reward. And they don't realize that money is just the feedback of the market. And the market is brutally honest. It doesn't care if you are black or white. It doesn't care which race you come from, which caste you are in, whichever family or whatever you come from. It's brutally honest. It's like a mirror. It gives what stands in front of it. So this is how you can apply this in your life. Instead of asking how you can make money, you should be asking how you can become more useful. You should be asking what problem you can solve. You should be asking what skill you can master. You should be asking how can you deliver more value than others in the market. Doesn't matter if you're a student, a barber, a plumber, an employer, or employee, a business owner. Your income is directly gonna be tied to the value that you are providing. So I hope you get the final message of this video. The money chasers are gonna be broke, but the value creators are gonna be rich. They are gonna be richer and richer and richer. So please be focused on being skilled, being reliable, being resourceful, and being hard to replace. And I promise you that money is gonna stop being something you chase. Instead, it's gonna be something that you attract. And start applying all of these things I've talked about in this video from today, and I promise you that your life is gonna change. And keep one thing in mind, that doesn't matter whatever knowledge you have, doesn't matter the level of wisdom you have, if you do not apply it, it's gonna be useless. So I'm gonna see you in the next video. Till then, take care, and I hope this video helped you, and I wish you a great start of 2026. God bless.